so much for joining us for our Made in Texas interview series, where we talk with filmmakers about their experience filming in Texas and their Texas connection. Today, I am joined by filmmaker Katherine Propper, the director, screenwriter, and editor of the short film Birds. Katherine, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. So why don't you start by just telling us a bit about the project? What's the story here?
Birds is a short film that follows coming-of-age moments in the lives of Austin teenagers, and it was my thesis film at the University of Texas at Austin.
Okay, great. So the film is all shot in and around Austin. Can you tell us a little bit about your filming experience? How did production go?
Yeah, so Birds was definitely like a love letter to Austin. I basically just chose a bunch of outdoor locations that I love in Austin and then set moments in those locations. So we're filming in places like Barton Springs, 9th Street BMX Park, a trampoline gym, and just some places that I've loved spending time in during my time in Austin.
So I've seen a couple of your other short films, and the two I saw were set in New York City. So what have you seen as the differences, filming in Texas versus New York?
Well, Texas has just been so conducive to my filmmaking. It's free to get permits in public locations in Austin, so that's been huge for me because I've filmed so many of my films just outside on the streets or in parks and places where it's been free. And just like the film office is so amazing at giving location suggestions if you are looking for something specifically. I remember I was looking for like a ditch and they like sent me, ditches and houses that look like old Western cabins and things like that.
Yeah. And taking a look at the project, it looks like you have a lot of really great young talent. Can you tell us about your casting process?
Yeah, so the film was sort of like 21st century street casting. There were some kids I found on Instagram and directly messaged them on there. I would meet people that I thought would be interesting to have in the film, and I crafted the stories or the moments in the films based on conversations I had with them and experiences I shared with the cast.
That's so cool. It's kind of like evolving as you're like creating the story. So very neat. Well, when and where can we see Birds?
Birds is playing at South by Southwest in the Texas Shorts Block this Friday and on Tuesday, March 15th.
Do you have any other projects on the horizon? And also, how can our audience connect with you if they're interested in learning more about your projects?
They can follow me at kpropz on Instagram. And I just wrapped a feature film called Lost in Austin, which I've been filming for the past 5 weeks. And that should come out hopefully next year.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to hearing more about that project and seeing Birds at the festival. So thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you for having me.